Hello, mathematicians, and welcome to another wonderful day of math. Mrs. Hagedorn here, and we are going to be working on Unit 2, Lesson 5, comparing numbers within 200. Today, you are going to be able to compare two numbers using less than sign, a greater than sign, and an is equal to sign. And as you can see on my board right now, I have already listed those signs for you to look at. This sign right here is what we would call the is less than sign. This sign right here, we would call the is greater than sign. And this sign right here, you should recognize as your equal sign or is equal to sign. To help some of us understand, I thought I would show this little picture of these two fish here. Think about it this way. The fish's open mouth always faces the greater or larger number. So let's say that I am going to be comparing the numbers 13 and 4. 13 and 4. Which one is greater? In this case, it would be the 13 is greater than 4. These are some hungry goldfish, and they want to eat as much as they can. So they're going to want to open their mouth when they see 13 because they're going to get more food. We're down below, if I'm writing it another way, I would think of it as 4 is less than 13. So again, I can have the numbers and the sign can go either way, but the fish's mouth is always going to be open to the larger or the greater than number. All right, so let's go back up here and we're going to start with our first example. And our first example I'd like you to write on your boards right now is I would like for you to write 39, and I'm going to put a big circle in here because that's what you're going to fill in, and 81. All right, I'd like you to take a moment right now to decide, are you going to put the is less than sign, is greater than sign, or is equal to sign in there? That's right, 39, and we're going to read it like we would with a book. 39 is less than 81. Those fishy lips are facing the 81. They want to eat as much as they can. Some students have told me that they know that 39 equals 30 plus 9. So that's another way that they know what 39 would look like, where 81 they know is equal to 80 plus 1. Some other students might find it helpful if you draw these out in tens. So I would have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Or over here, I would have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 1. And if I am looking at them, 3 tens are fewer than 8 tens. So 39 is less than 81. Another student has shared with me that they solved this problem in their head. They knew that 39 had 3 tens and 81 had 8 tens. 3 tens are fewer than 8 tens, so 39 is less than 81. If the tens are less, then it doesn't really matter how many ones there are. So we know that 39 is less than 81. What's another way that we could say this comparison bar? Well, another way we could think about it, I'm just going to go ahead and change my colors here, is if we wanted the sign like the fishy lips over here, right? Then which number would we put over there? Again, the 81. And now it reads 81 is greater than 39. So it could be depending on where the numbers are. All right, let's kind of back up a little bit here and see if we're all on the same page. To kind of bring it down in real simple terms, think about the number 7. Think about the number 7 and the number 9. What would that be? That's right. Again, 7 is less than 9. 7 is not as big as 9. So if I have 7 and 9, and now I have 76 and 94, how would that look? Again, we're looking at that tens place, right? We're looking at how many tens are in each number. The number with more tens is the greater number. All right? If the tens would be the same, then we would compare the ones. But in this case, the tens are not the same. And we would know that 7 tens is greater than 94 tens. And again, for some of us right now, we're really going to probably have to draw that picture out to kind of help us. All right? And you're going to have plenty of time to practice today. But I want to give you another quick example. So here's my number. 67 and 16. And we're going to put our answer in there. I'm going to go ahead and draw this one out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then 16. 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Oh, that's really easy to see. There are 6 tens in 67 and only 1 10 in 16. So 67 is greater than 16. All right, let's try another one. Okay, so how about the number 24 and 42? Don't get tricked on this one. Again, you might want to draw out that picture, 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2. So even though the digits are the same, they both have a 2 and a 4 in them, or a 4 and a 2. When we actually look at it, it depends on what's in the tens place. And 4 tens is greater than 2 tens. So when we look at this, that means that 24 is going to be less than 42. All right? Okay, so one more, and then we're going to go on to some 3-digit. Okay, last one. Oh, Mrs. Hagedorn, it looks like you're trying to trick us again. Well, I'm not trying to trick you. 4 tens and 4 tens. That must be when we are going to use the is equal to sign. All right, so that one was kind of a silly one, just to make sure we were on our toes paying attention. All right, we're going to move on to our hundreds. And now that we're getting to our hundreds, again, the numbers are going to be larger, of course. So we're going to have 154, because we're in the hundreds now, and 178. And again, Mrs. Hagedorn wants you to try to write if you think it is less than, is greater than, or is equal to. So when we are looking at these numbers, why do we compare the hundreds first? The hundreds have the greatest value in these numbers. If one number has more hundreds than the other number, I know that that number is greater. But in this case, what if the numbers you are comparing have the same number of hundreds? So let's just go ahead and draw this out so we can see this. We have 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 4. We have 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, and 78. Okay, so when we look at that, we know they both have a 100 like we were just talking about. Just like up here, they both have a 100. Then we have to look to the tens. So if the number of the hundreds is the same, I look to the next greatest place value position, which is the tens place. In this one, I have 5 tens. In this one, I have 7 tens. So in that case, we would now hopefully be able to make a decision. What if the numbers in the tens place would have the same number? Well, then we would actually then look to the ones place. All right. But we don't have to worry about that. We have our tens place. And if I'm that fish, again, 7 tens is more than 5 tens. So I want my bigger over there, my open mouth towards that larger number. And now when I read this, it says 154 is less than 178. All right, let's go ahead and try yet another one. All right, so now we have 63 and 27. So if you're not sure again, please draw that picture out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 3, and 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Oh, well, there's no hundreds to compare here. So now I'm going to look to that tens place. Here I have 6 tens, 6 tens, and 2 tens. 6 tens is obviously larger, so we're going to go with the greater than. All right. Okay. Let's do a couple more actually. And then we have 118 and the number 142. So again, we are going to want to draw it out. And I know some of you aren't going to want to draw all of them out. I am going to ask you on page 97 of your workbook page, there are 6 questions. And I do want you to draw out the proof pictures on those. But then after that, when you go to work on page 98, you do not have to draw out all of the proof pictures. But we were starting to draw our 118. We have our 100, our 110, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, our 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, and 2. Like before, they both have a 100. So we have to look to the next position. In this one, we have 110. In this one, we have 4 tens. 4 tens is larger than 8 tens. So we are going to say 118 is less than 142. Let's try this one. 99 versus 105. These two numbers are actually very close on our number line, but when we look at this one right away, 99 is really close to 100, but it's not even 100. It doesn't even have a 100 in it. 105 is close to 100, but it's over 100. So I'm not going to even draw my picture out on that one because I am pretty sure that you all know that this one is 99 is less than 105. So as you're working mathematicians, this is going to be when it gets, like I said, just a tad bit tricky. So Mrs. Hagedorn is going to throw one at you to see if I can throw you off. Here we go. 128 and 123. When I draw my 100s out, 110, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 100, 10, 20, 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm trying to find my comparison there. And I look, they both have a 100. There's my 100. So then I know I need to go to my tens position. They both have a 2 or 2 tens. Look at that, 2 tens. And now I would look at my ones position. This one has 8 ones. This one has 3 ones. 8 ones is greater than 3 ones. All right? So what does it mean if a 3-digit number you are comparing have the same number of hundreds, the same number of tens, and the same number of ones? All right. So what if my number would look like this? 326, 326. They both have the same hundreds. They both have 300s. They both have the same tens. They both have 2 tens. And they both have the same ones. So that is going to mean it is equal to. Thanks for listening today, mathematicians. I can't wait to see your work. Remember, on page 97, you need to draw out all of the proof pictures for number 1 through 6. And on page 98, you do not need to draw out the proof pictures. You can either just use your is less than, is greater than, or is equal to signs.